Today's Labor Day for Americans, and for some reason, my third child decided that he needed a lemonade stand today. So now you see that he is sitting out and setting up and excited, hoping people will come by to have lemonade today. We did make some fresh squeezed lemonade, and we did go ahead and cut a little to juice to help him out. But he's been talking about this for about a week, and we're executing on his ideas. And really, that's what we do in life as an entrepreneur. You go after stuff, you work at it, you make mistakes, you improve. Just remember, entrepreneurship is a lifestyle and a process. Even when you get where you think you're at the end, there's probably still something else for you to do. So, yesterday I recorded a video of my third son with his lemonade stand. And the whole thing reminded me of some of the things that I did as a kid to make money. Lauren and I, my wife and I, really wanted to honor his commitment to this by making sure that we had things in place. So we got lemons, we got things together, did the prep work, and every time he's like, well, I want to do this. Well, what about your lemonade stand? Aren't you going to do that still? Oh, yeah, my lemonade stand. And he didn't last long. At the end of the driveway. The whole time he was out might have been an hour. He had 2 customers come through, bought lemonade. So we got lemonade to drink this week. But what really, the whole point, the whole focus, the whole bit for him, and for me watching, from out, from the side, so to speak, is his drive and his commitment. Every time he'd waver a little bit, would mention the lemonade stand, and his commitment would be right back there. Anytime, he was like, well, what about your lemonade stand? Okay, if you want to do your lemonade stand, you need to do these things. And so he and my wife and I did one thing this last week as he came up with this idea and talked about wanting to do it. And that is that we kept his dream in front of him. And when you look at entrepreneurs like the guys that developed Airbnb, when you look at Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, when you look at Elon Musk, okay, these are all people that went forward with the dream. They had goals. They had things they wanted to achieve and accomplish and to make happen. Entrepreneurs are good at what they're good at. Some are better at school than others. Some are much worse. Some never go to college. Some drop out of college. Some go to college, get an education, have a career, and then leave that behind for something totally different. And kind of what I want you guys to think about is where you're at in that process. Do you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur? The answer is yes. You may not think so. You may not believe right now. But becoming an entrepreneur is also a learned trait or a learned set of skills. And it depends on your industry. I mean, there's a couple different factors that go into play here. However, all of it starts with a dream, that focus on what you want. My son, his focus was the lemonade stand. It came and went. We'll see if he wants to do it on Saturday. He's talking about it a little bit. The reality is, we don't know. One of the things I learned from Mr. Orrin Woodward, Mr. Chris Brady, is that your dream has to be big enough. It has to be bigger than your dreads and powerful enough to move you, to encourage you to go forward, to move in that direction. No matter what challenges you face, no matter what pain you have, that you choose to go forward no matter what. And that's got to be one of the key, most important things for an entrepreneur, is what's your dream? What's that big goal? It's going to be different for every person. For Steve Jobs, it was to ding the universe. I'm not even sure what Elon Musk's was. For Steve Wozniak, it was making better machines. I mean, literally, if you go through his biography, if you read that, which I do recommend, he talks about designing a motherboard and then reducing the number of circuits on the motherboard to minimize electricity, to minimize structure, like what things he could work together, what things could be combined to make a better system. For all sorts of different entrepreneurs, you can probably find their why if you look for it. But most importantly, you need to find your why. You need to find your big picture. And that is something that becomes invaluable to you. And I would highly recommend you take the time, you find it, and you understand what that is. My friends, thanks for spending time with me. If you want to find me on other social media platforms, obviously you're on YouTube. You can go to ironwill.net/CS, or just go to ironwill.net. Most browsers will forward you to the sub. Book recommendations can be found at the self-education page, which on the website is the upper left-hand side. Self-education, there's a drop-down, there's a couple other options there. All of my other social media platforms are listed on the sidebar, as well as our super app, which you can get the link there if you want it. It is freemium, so there is there's free, and then there's a premium model, which has huge benefits if you like to save money, as well as the free one has huge benefits if you like to save money. So, my friends, go out there, make it a great day, make it a great week, and I'll talk to you later.